Hey, good morning. Welcome to
MathIdeas number 175.
MathIdeas number 175. Today we're going to talk about fractions on a clock. So yesterday we talked about 1/2, right? Mm-hmm. And today we're going to learn a little bit more about fractions. So can you tell me how many numbers there are on a clock?
12.
12. And so when we divide a clock into regions, how many regions are there?
There are 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 regions. There are 12 numbers in 12 regions. Each one of these moves when the minute hand goes from 12 to 1. How far does that, how many minutes is that?
60?
No, when the minute hand, there's the minute hand starts here at 1 and then it, 12, sorry, then it moves over to 1. How many minutes is that?
5.
5, that's right. That's 5 minutes. So on a clock, if we just fill in this one region where the minute hand moves, 5 minutes is how much of the clock?
1/12.
1/12 of the clock. That's pretty neat. How many, what part of the clock is 10 minutes? Can you draw in 10 minutes for me?
Here's 10 minutes.
Both of those together are 10 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So 10 minutes is what part of the clock?
2/12.
10 minutes is 2/12. 2/12. Would it make sense to say, hey, dinner's going to be ready in 2/12 of an hour? Or should we just say dinner's ready in 10 minutes? What's easier?
2 minutes.
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Let's see what 2/12 is also. How many of these 2 regions can you make on the clock? How many of these little pies that have 2 regions in them? So here's 1. This would be
2.
Why don't you draw a line through them?
Like this.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 10 minutes is also 1/6. Because there's 6 10-minute regions in an hour. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
How many minutes are in an hour?
60.
How many times does 10 go into 60?
10 going to 60?
Yeah.
6.
6. So 10 minutes is 2/12 of an hour, but that's also equal to 1/6 of an hour. That's pretty hard to keep straight, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is easier to understand, 2/12 or 1/6?
1/6.
1/6, yeah. So someday we're gonna have to figure out how you know that 2/12 and 1/6 are the same, but we're gonna skip that for now. What if we fill in 3 of these regions? Why don't you fill in another region here, another 5-minute region?
That's 15 minutes.
Okay, that's 15 minutes. What fraction of the clock is that?
3/12.
3/12. And how did you figure out it was 3/12?
Because there's 3 of these regions filled in.
Right, there's 3 of those 5-minute regions, and 5 minutes was 1/12. Now, how many groups of 3 can we make like this on the clock?
3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. So 15 minutes is also 1/4 of the clock. So 3/12 is also the same thing as 1/4. So does it make sense that 15 minutes is 1/4 of an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I just understand it.
You just understand it?
Mm-hmm.
How many times does 15 minutes, how many 15-minute periods do you have in 1 hour?
15-minute period?
Yeah.
30. 4.
4. So that's why it's 1/4 of an hour.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do one more, okay? And then that'll be enough fractions on a clock. Fill in one more of these so you get 4 5-minute periods. 4 or 5 minutes is what fraction of an hour?
It's 1/3 of an hour.
Well, Oh, that's right. That's 1/3 of an hour. Very good, because it's 20 minutes. And how many times does 20 minutes go into an hour?
3.
3. Awesome. How many twelfths of an hour is this?
12.
How many twelfths of an hour is our thing?
4.
4. So 1/3 is 4/12, not 4/13, 4/12. So 1/3 and 4/12 are the same. Pretty interesting. Fractions are really interesting, aren't they? How do you know that 1/3 and 4/12 are the same? It's going to be pretty tricky to figure out.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. We definitely will. How many 5-minute periods is half an hour, by the way?
Half an hour. 6.
6. 6/12 is 1/2. We talked about that yesterday. Okay, that's great. That's great. High five. Fractions on a clock. Fractions on a clock. That was definitely fun. Definitely fun.